Okay, good morning everyone. So today I am going to say something about technical analysis or how to do approaches and different approaches by various people. Our objective to come on the topic of Ichimoku, and we will discuss Ichimoku in little detail. Okay, but first of all, what is the important characteristic and factors approaches about technical analysis we are going to see. Okay. So moving to next slide. So uh, how to do a technical analysis? Person to person, it is very definitely. And my approach is mostly I go with the top to bottom approach. Okay. So top to bottom approach. Why top to bottom? Because I do normally a multi-time frame analysis, and first of all, I like to see what is big people or big investor trying to do, and I try to sync my position as well in the same direction. Okay, but people, I have mostly people I have seen they analysis the chart in the 3 and 5 minute chart, and they also take entry on the same chart. So it makes no sense when you are understand if you are suppose swing trader. So you have to see what is the positional trader means investor where they're trying to do. Okay, and if you try to keep same align, then your winning probability will be increased. Definitely scalper intraday will be should not bother for you, because small time frame volatility should be avoided when you trade swing trading. And you also understand according to your trading personality you choose the time frame. If you are investor and very big trader, then you mostly go with a monthly, weekly or daily charts. But when you come on the swing trader, then you try to choose a 60 minute 30-minute type of time frame. But when you come on the intraday or scalping, you also minimize the time frame of your trading. Okay, but definitely whenever you try to analyze the chart or uh, which kind of trader you are, according to that we have to analyze what basically our from your level what is the big time frame trader is doing. Okay, if you are intraday, then what is the swing trader, at least what is they are trying to do. Okay, if you are a totally scalper, you are doing on 1 or 3 minute time frame, then definitely you should not bother with the what investor trying to do. Okay, that time you don't need to that kind of big time frame. So the key point I have written. So analysis, when you are start the analysis, first try to go with the check monthly chart, weekly chart, and then daily chart, and then come on the your time frame. Okay. If you are intraday trader, then daily and weekly is enough, more than enough. Okay. And if you are a scalper, then definitely there is no make sense to watch very big time frame. Even you check out 30-minute or 60-minute means what is the swing traders trying to do or intraday, that is enough for your small time frame trading. Okay, if you are trading suppose 24-hour traded script. Okay, so mostly I will prefer 4 hour or 30-minute time frame for entry. Okay, analysis purpose we have to see weekly and daily chart only. Okay, but like we are trading on the 6 or 7 hour type of uh, equity market, then even 30 or 15 minute is good enough for intraday. Okay, so first understand which time frame should be suitable for you, and these time frame will is actually for analysis purpose. Okay, and it is not for the entry purpose. We can entry on the lower time frame, but always keep this last time frame for analysis purpose. So you understand the context what the big time frame players trying to do, but you cannot enter any time where risk is very big. Okay, so for entry purpose actually we shifted to lower time frame like 3 minute 5 minutes, or even you can go with the more lower time frame. But lower time frame is generally best for the low risk entry, not for analysis. Okay, you can do analysis, but both should be sync in the same direction. Okay, then your probability of winning it will be good. Generally 1 or 3 or 5 or 15, even 30 60 minute is good for entry for the intraday purpose. Even you are investor, then even daily time frame is good enough for the entry. And mostly people do even a previous day high low, and they enter on the day high and day low type of system. So what kind of entry is there? So mostly I prefer three kind of type of different type of entries: breakout entries, dip entry, or mean reversion entry. So what this means when you are already bullish, okay, or something ORB breakout is happening, or some important level is breaking, or pivot level is breaking, that is a called a breakout trading. So you simply go on the breakout, and uh, according to analysis you take as some stop losses. But this is very aggressive type of trading, because mostly in breakout our stop loss will be remain going to be big. Okay. Second is the dip trading or dip entry. Means whenever you see the breakout but you are not entering that breakout. Okay, this candle is formed but you are not entering on the breakout. You try to see some retest or some retracement like 38 or 23% retracement, and that retracement you are trying to enter, where you know the your stop loss is known, okay, and small. Earlier when you enter in the breakout, your stop loss will be maybe higher. Okay, so this is why I'm saying aggressive entry. And when you are entering on retracement or dip, uh, this can be happen on the pivot as well, some moving averages or VAP. So you're trying to enter near to VAP, so your stop loss is small, so your risk reward will be remain good. Okay. Third is a mean reversion trading. What happen? You are bullish, suppose, but when you see on the lower time frame, like 1 hour or 30 minute, 15 minute, your time frame is showing the bearishness. Okay, so it not means you cannot enter the long trade, but we have to see the mean reversion. Means when downtrend is weakening, when you see the downside is weakness is coming, then you start taking entry. Okay. First point, large time frame is bullish. Okay, large time frame is bullish, but lower time frame, when you come on the point of entry, what happen? You analyze and see that trend is not bullish. Okay, so there is a contradictory in the large time frame and lower time frame, but we have to be sync in the large time frame people. So that time we are not getting opportunity to enter breakout or retracement entry. So that time I will see mean reversion entry. And mean reversion we mostly known as a W type of system, VSA, volume spread analysis, things we have already discussed in previous videos. So you can see the uh, different type of, when you find the no follow through on the downside or no volume there or something, retest, just kick the low, just hit the low and not gone any follow through downside, this is the main reversion type of entry. Okay, so these three type of entry you have to mastery whenever you going analyzing. You are first you understand the analysis. Second part is you have to analysis the where should be entry, where your stop loss will be good. Okay, moving to next slide. So some theory will be very helpful for analyzing the charts. Okay, so there are so many more theories as well, but I have written what I personally use. So first is a mostly Dow theory, when people say higher high higher low type of formation. Okay, people analyze the higher high and higher low is forming. Okay, previous high is low is not breaking, like this kind of things. And same thing when reversal happen. Okay, so this is actually form a cup and handle, and whatever people said, head and shoulder inverted. So this pattern, why this is helpful for analysis and what is the logic behind that. So this is the Dow theory. I am not going to explain very in detail, but just for touch up I have saying this. Okay, because this is helpful for even any type of analysis you are doing. These things is very helpful, price structure or something. Next is auction theory. Auction theory normally say market underline go higher for the find the seller, and when market falling means it will go for finding the buyers. Until it will not find the buyer or seller, trend will be remain same. And also the some script always have some fair value. Okay, so where a consolidation, accumulation, distribution happen, so market try to test these kind of levels most probably. Okay, so market profile, volume profile, even CPR, these kind of things you can mostly listen about pivot point retest and it will be fallen. So what happened previous 2 days, most of the position is built on this node. Okay, so next day market open but they come down, so it this level going to be retest. Okay, and when retest happen and market not going to be follow through downside, it will be again move up. So these kind of mean reversion entry and this theory you have understand, then you understand the logic of what is happening in the market. Okay, so also one thing is there, when market go up, it not means my buyer is winning actually. Okay, there is aggressive buyers who push the market up. Okay, but when market found actually strong seller, and after even you buy you become seller, not even you become buyer anymore. So you become seller, so you try to find price to hit very high price, so you take up you actually make a profit. Okay, so if you are a strong seller and you try to come up the buyers at my price on the high price and it will hit, that means you are strong, seller is strong. So actually these kind of happen when people have some miscommunication or misinformation about this. People, if we have very big pocket, these cannot be buy in a one order or two orders. They have to accumulate position for the larger time frame. Even for intraday they cannot enter in the one order, they try to enter in 15 or 30 minutes continuously in slow orders. So you can see the accumulation. Same like in someone is investor, he try to keep investing day by day, every day, or for 2 or 3 months almost. So some consolidation is happening. Okay, if they enter suddenly the price will hit very fast. Okay, and what happen after when spike is over, price come back again, so they have to be average price will be very high. Okay, so they have to try to enter in same zone. So once the breakout happen, they will be first person who, first driver who is benefiting with that trend. Okay, then we feel the price is good enough, they try to be distribution, start distribution. And if they feel price should be go further up, the strong buyer will be reaccumulate or some other people reaccumulate and price go further higher. Okay, so these kind of theories according to auction theory, please go and check the more detail about it. Okay, so next is a Wyckoff theory. This is the same kind of system when you see the accumulation, distribution, reaccumulation. Okay, so accumulation is phase when price sustain for some time, then retest spring, then come back and retest, and then again breakout, then again accumulation happen, again markup phase, distribution, these kind of phase. So this kind of theory have to be very reliable to understand what is the market, in what kind of phase you are running around. Same like Darvas box, so you keep sip like first consolidation you entered, again some consolidation happen, again you have entered small position. Same like you are keep accumulating the position. Okay, also same like a turtle theory. So you enter here, again enter here, again enter here until market going up. When market go down, means this point you are exiting everything. Okay, or reducing position. So this theory is very helpful for understanding what market is running, what the price is trying to do. Okay, uh, the nature of the price actions, etc. There are so many more theory, please go and check these in detail. Okay, so analysis tool basically people do first of all price action. Okay, so in price action mostly people analyze the indicate candlestick patterns, candlestick pattern, so head and shoulder or something kind of price action making higher high, this kind of pattern. So people is analyzing these things. Okay. Second is mostly it is used by the algo traders because they are helpful to make a some concept or algorithmic. So they use indicator based trading, so they are easily analyze the chart and say it is a bullish condition or a bearish condition. So for them it is very helpful. Even some people doing the indicator based trading as well. Okay. So just keep it simple. There nothing don't do is more complex. Simple, keep simple things will be work. Okay. So last is the data analysis. Okay, or you can say volume or y based. So this is the third kind of system which normally people don't analyze the technical, they analyze the data analysis. Okay, so on the data analysis based they try to do trading. So in this system there is a derivative segment where people mostly analyze y, but in cash segment they analyze the delivery volumes. Okay, and also you can analyze the indicators data according to you can made some different filters, and according to analysis you can do. Okay, so these three tools available we are going to do with price and indicator based type of systems. Okay, now the key element for the analysis is the structure of price mostly. Okay, and same theories recently what I have said, the same theory we are going to work out. Next is what is the objective to analyze the technical. First is the identify the trend. Okay, so what is the market is bullish trajectory or bearish trajectory. Okay, it is not like a market is bullish or bearish. I want to just analyze the price is in bullish zone or is it is in bearish zone. Okay, next is where is the supply demand or support resistance for the technical or chart. So you can say what is the, if market is falling or going up, what is the level should be where price will be lag sometime. Okay, so normally it is a swing high or swing low. Okay, or even people use Fibonacci level, so they try to do retracement how much price go up. So you know whenever price go higher and it will come back again. So these structure is keep happening. Why? Because the technical and fundamental analysis is keep going to be contradictory. Okay, sometimes buyers or sellers push price very high. Okay, which is actually a unfair price, or you can say disequilibrium in a term of Ichimoku. So price is very high, and after that point most people don't try to enter because stop loss is very big, and also fair price is not fair. This, suppose this is the fair price of moving average, so price have to come back sometimes and retest this level. Okay, this level is good for the re-entries. Okay, so whenever market go up it will be keep retracing. Okay, it will not go in one direction up or down. So so-called volatility should be always there in market. Next is a fractal, means some lower time frame, high low you can say, means one is the candle and next two candle is lower than this is the fractal. Okay, so some swing low and swing high, in the in between you can easily identify with the fractal. Next is some drawing tools which is very helpful, like channel, trend line. There are so many more things as well. Okay, but mostly used by people is channel. When some trend is happening, then they try to plot a channel, so mostly price following this channel. Okay, same like a trend line, is it is just a one single line, not parallel line. So whenever market going up, they try to find at which point there is a some trend is breaking. Okay, what is trend plus line means, is this a line is which is showing the trend. Okay, the line is showing the trend. When this line is break, that means this trend is going to be not continuation, means the trend is not following this trend anymore. So means it may be pause or it may be trend change, both can be happen. It is not like trend will be completely bearish after this. If trend line break means trend will be pause or trend will be maybe reverse. Okay, but this retest or something should be happen according to price action. So that's why I'm saying the structure of price should be very important. So these are the few key elements which you have to analyze, and please go in detail this all the small topics. Okay, I'm just touching up this point. Our objective to analyze the on the Ichimoku finally. So some specific analysis way, which is known as a Elliott wave. So whatever the trend higher high higher low forming, people analyze on the Elliott wave counting 1 2 3 type of system. Okay, harmonic system, this is basically on the based of the combination of Fibonacci level. So you can see the some butterfly type of structure on the chart of, so that is known as harmonic. Market profile, volume profile, where people try to find the fair value, like I said in auction theory. VSA, it is a volume spread analysis, means candle with is volume, what is the or the series of candle analysis on the basis of VSA. So we can find the strength, weakness, demand, supply. There are so many various terms used in VSA. So you should must learn these things. Okay, few things is useful for the intraday only. Few things is even you can use intraday as well, the swing tradings as well. So market profile, CPR, these things, what order flow is mostly used for the intraday. Okay, but like this VSA, it can use on the lower time frame as well, even you can use higher time frame for as well. Okay, so these things you can analyze. There are so many more specific way as well. So I am going to be talk about Ichimoku today. Okay, okay, so I am coming on the topic of the Ichimoku today, and this is one kind of indicator, or you can say it is the total system to analyze the overall market structure. Okay, in one indicator this is a multiple solution, because it will say not only trend, it will say about the where is the support, dynamic support, resistance, and when is unbalance is there, everything you can find here. Okay, where is a small time frame, where is a long time frame, everything is mixed already. So basically it is a Japanese word. Okay, and that means is instant view. Instant view means in a one view you can say about what is the price action or what is the technical is saying about. Okay, so in one glance you can say what is happening. Okay, so normally it is the total name is Ichimoku Kinko Hayo. Okay, the total name of this indicator or system is Ichimoku Kinko Hayo. So Ichimoku means instant view or one glance, means one glance you can say something. A Kinko means the equilibrium and balance, and this indicate mostly based on the balance of the chart, and most it will show the where is the balance. Okay, mostly what is the average price and average of average price. So you can see the component and what is the formula behind this. So the with the name you can understand instant view where the equilibrium on the chart. Hayo means basically a chart. This is a Japanese word and this is the English transformation. So instant view of the balance chart is the objective to find out. Okay, the author is already written here. You can go with you can search the name and you can read more about him. And so this will mostly show the past and present and future everything. Okay, because the component is like that, some component is showing the future, some component drawing the past and even the present. Okay, so let's see what is the component. So there is a 5 different things. So there is a Japanese name and the English transformation. Okay, and what is basically it is showing, it is not following the simple moving average. Normally in a moving average we averaging the overall all period candles closing. Okay, but here he not doing the this way. He what he trying to do, what is the highest point and what is the lowest point, he is doing the average. What I said equilibrium or balance means where is the average price on the chart it is showing, what is the how much past it is showing? It is 9 period. Okay. And one thing important to understand, you can find the number 9, 26, 52. What is the basically number means? In 1 year, there is a 52 weeks. Okay. So that's why the 52 weeks, the highest means last 1 year, what is the data is saying? Means last 1 year, what is the highest point, what is the lowest point, and what is the average. And now come on the 9 period means there is a 2 month. 1 month is a 4 week and second month is normally is 5 weeks month. So on the combination of 2 weeks is there is a 9 weeks. Okay, so that's why 9 period. So last 2 month players, where is the average price of last 2 month period when you are talking about weekly charts? Okay, it will be used on the lower time frame as well, but basically this is written for the higher time frame, but we can use it for the multiple analysis or entry purpose as well. So one is the Tinkan Sen. Okay, that is normally known as a T as well. T, in short T we say. So turning point or Tinkan Sen, that is the average of lower time frame people, what is their people is trying to do in last 2 months. Next is the Kijun Sen, means K or standard line, which is little larger average. 26 period means last 6 month. Okay, so means last like moving average, you say 10 moving average, 20 moving average, 200 moving average. So 200 is more value because this is a large time of average. Okay, means last 1 year average. 50 means 1 quarter average, 3 month average. Okay, 20 means 1 month average. So on this same basis, there is some small moving average, you can say. One is the long moving average, means 26 period high low average. So this is the standard line and this is small time frame turning line. Okay. Next is the Chiku span. So this is basically a same price line, which is normally what is the price is running currently. The same price is running, but it will be running in the past of 26 period. Okay. So there is nothing, no calculation, just plotting the price, but this price is plotting in the past. Okay. The objective I will tell later in later slides. So first understand what is the component. Next is a mostly it is a known as a cloud. Okay, this is the form of the cloud. Normally you see the cloud type of formation in Ichimoku. So these two components plot the cloud. Okay, so what is the first component? Span A, which is actually a average of first two. Okay, Tinkan and Kijun-sen by 2. So what I said, first is average and next is the average of average. Okay, what is the balance and what is the balance of balance? But this will be plot not on the current price, it will be plot in future, means 26 period upfront what is happening, this will be plot. Okay, next the cloud B characteristic is we are finding the highest high and lowest low of the two, but this is the largest time frame we are talking about, means last 1 year 52 periods, what is average is happening, we are plotting on the 26 period higher. Okay, and one more thing understand, suppose this is the chart. Okay, this is the chart, this is the high and this is the low. Okay, so means the medium point, average point is this, means you can also say 50% retracement level. So means you can also find out the Fibonacci level, where is the 50 is not Fibonacci level, but you can find out where is the balance. Okay, so nearby this point mostly price is going to be reject, or this is the fair value type of things. Okay, so means that's why I am saying past, current, future, past, present and future. So Chiku span means lagging line is showing the past. Okay, and this TK line is showing the present. Okay, and this cloud span A and B, that is showing the future. So let's see how it will be looks like on the chart. So this is a simple chart. Okay, and I'm not going on the chart right now. So first understand the component. You can see this is the price candlestick chart, and there is a two lines two moving average is running, red and blue. Okay, so when which price is running very near to the price, that is basically a turning blind, means lower time frame. The lower time frame normally remain near to the price. Okay, but higher time frame remain the very standard. Okay, so two general price line will be keep moving with the chart, that is a TK line. Okay, which is running very near to the chart, that is a lower time frame moving average, you can say. And which is very standard or very linear type of line, that is a long term type of moving average. Okay, next is the same price. See, the same price, high and again high, this is the thing. The price is whatever the price is doing in the past, we are drawing same thing. Okay, so this pink line is known as a the pink line is known as a chiku span or lagging line. Okay, and span B, this is the cloud actually forming. We normally do the shadow part. So this is a span A and span B, and we clouded this. Okay, so this form okay, so this is also known as a Kumo. This cloud is known as a Kumo. Japanese name is a Kumo. So the cloud is showing this. So this is the overall structure of this indicator. Okay, now come on the all the characteristics, so you will understand what is the signal, what is the importance of this Ichimoku. Okay, so moving next. So first is the TK crossover. So you also know the moving average crossover when two EMA or SMA is crossing, that is generate a trade signal of bullish or bearish. Same like here as well, the turning point, the signal is generated by the TK crossover, but here is the hack of the system. Okay, this crossover is strong or not, strong or weak, this can be, we can say from the chart as well, because the whenever the crossover is happening, okay, the crossover is point, we have to understand where it is happening. So if this is the cloud, this is the cloud, and price is moving uh, like this. Okay, suppose at this point you find this TK crossover, then it will be not reliable for bullish trade. Okay, why? Because the bullish trade you are finding, suppose trade signal here, but price is below the overall trend. Okay, when some any type of signal is happening within the cloud, that means this signal is actually average, it is not very powerful, it is not weak. But when signal is generated here, okay, means above the cloud, that means this signal should be very strong. Okay, so there is a three part, even in TK crossover, means moving average is happening. In simple moving average, it will not say it will be strong or not. Okay, so here you have found out the three variation when signal is generating the below the lower cloud and above the above the cloud, it will be strong and it will be more reliable. Okay, we will see in the chart as well. Next is Kumo breakout. So means there is a cloud and price is breaking this first time. Okay, means cloud breaking, you can say as a Kumo breakout. Okay, or cloud breakout. Next is Kumo twist. You can see the future as well. As I said, you can see the future as well. So in previous slide, what happened here is actually the same kind of color. Okay, in color graph you can see the color is changing, or this line is actually changing here. You can see the line is changing here. Here again the line is changing. Okay, so this twist is happening, means actually the trend is bullish or bearish. Okay, let me go through. So first of all, let's see on the chart. Okay, that is basically a screenshot. So here you can see the total Ichimoku cloud in indicator I am applying. Okay, So here you can see simply few components. So first is a Kumo, which is a cloud. Okay, the green color means this is showing the bullishness, and red means this is the bearishness. Okay, and this is Kumo twist. So whatever Kumo is actually twisting here. You can see the Kumo is twisted even a few candles before. At this candle, you can find out the Kumo is twisting. Means trend is breaking. The future is dark means. Okay. And the two lines which is running with the chart which I have said, one is the Kijun Sen and one is the turning point. Okay. So you can see the baselines 2652, same setting is there. There is no difference. Okay, that which line is running with the chart, that is the lower time frame moving average means turning, and second is the red, that is a standard. Okay, the green line is lagging line, which is actually a price plot but 26 period before, and this cloud is generally plot 26 period above. Okay, so this is clear. Okay, so I am talking about trade generation, trade signal. So basically first is I have said about, so this is I said about TK crossover. So we are discussing about TK crossover, but what I said, this this is the green and red line is actually conversion is happening. So here I am getting the trade signal. Okay, but this trade signal is for bullish. So above the cloud, normally what is the cloud means, and first I have to say, so see, whenever the price is trading above the cloud, that means price is actually in bullish territory. Okay, in bullish zone. And whenever price is trading below the cloud, that means price is in bearish zone. Okay, and when price is within the cloud, that means the volatility will be higher. Neither bullish zone or neither bear will be going to be win. Okay, so this is what actually the means of the cloud. Okay, so here you can see the price is trading within the range, within the cloud. Okay, so there is a volatility but there is no clear trend. Okay, so this is the what basically cloud means. So simple, whenever you find the price above the cloud, you have to say price is in bullish territory. Okay, now I am coming on the topic of trade signal. Okay, so in trade signal we are talking about, here I am saying the you understand the bullish and bearish trajectory. Okay, and sideways trajectory. Now I am coming on the TK crossover, means long term candle, long term of moving average and low time moving average is crossing. Okay, so here is the first signal, you can see the blue line and red line. Okay, so blue line is crossing the red line. Here is the signal where you have to go bullish, and this is much more reliable. Okay, but here you can see the bearish crossover. But here what is happening, this crossover is happening in the bullish zone. So in bullish zone you are finding the bearish signal. It is not sign of short. Okay, it is a sign of you have to be exit your bullish position, or you can book, you reduce your exposure. Okay, Ichimoku is kind of system you can easily get 60-70% of the trend. Not all the trend, means no system will tell you the lowest point and highest point, but you can easily make at least 60 to 70 points cover until his trend is not weakening, or you are not getting the exit signal, you can remain in the trend. Okay, so here you can see the bearish uh, crossover, means the trend will be weak for the bullish zone. Okay, but it is not a, you cannot say it is you have to go short. If this signal will be generated here downside, this will be more reliable. Okay, so even on the trajectory zone we can classify the this turning point, it is a more reliable or not. Okay, so if we are getting the bullish signal in the bullish zone, that is the strongest things. Okay, but if you are getting the bullish signal in the bearish zone, that is a weakest signal. And if we are getting on the within the cloud, that is a actually average kind of signal. Okay, mostly market is in choppy, whenever market stay trend within the you can see here, whatever very choppy whenever it is a trading within the cloud. Okay, and this blue red line keep crossing each other. There is a no clear signal, no clear signal you can say. Okay, next signal is there. Next signal is Kumo breakout and Kumo twist. Both I am covering this. So see, whenever the candle breaking the cloud upside or downside, it is a one kind of trade signal where is actually a trend is a bullish or bearish happening. Okay, so let's go further down. So this is daily time frame. Okay, so here you can see this trade is actually price is crossing the Kumo. Okay, means cloud. So this is the bullish signal generated by the cloud. Means whenever price is crossing the cloud above or crossing the cloud below, this is the signal you can find out uh, on the below, means this is the bearish sign. Okay, again the bullish sign, again rejection, again this is the bearish sign. But we have to see all the different parameters as well. Okay, right now I am saying all different things in single manner, but this signal is reliable or not you can understand when you understand the whole concept. Okay, next is the Kumo twist. So this is what I am saying, cloud is running in the future and it is showing darkness is coming around. Okay, because cloud is already here. You can find out first bearish sign you can find here on 1st or 2nd November. Okay, but when you see 1 2 3 4 5 candles, so means 5 candle before on this two candle you can even find the Kumo twist. Okay, means one more bearish sign. Okay, future is showing the darkness. Now it is a third signal when price is also breaking the lower. Okay, so continuously where we are seeing there are so many different bearish sign. Okay, next is lagging span. What is the importance of lagging span? So this all signal you can when combine you can understand the whole system, what they're trying to say, everything you can understand, because that's why I'm saying this is a whole system. It is not just a one moving average. The moving average signal and everything is already explained in the same system. Okay, so what I am saying, lagging span. So see the this line, the objective of this lagging span is it should be free from the price. Okay, whenever it will be within the price or it will cut the price, the weakness will be start. Okay, so see, this is the trade signal. When you see this trade signal is generated, but this Chiku span is within the consolidation zone, means it will be not very clear trend. Okay, it will be not very clear you can say signal until this lagging span, mean this breakout is happen, means this price is actually breaking the consolidation zone in past as well. This is very clear zone, means this is the actually consolidation breakout. So this Chiku span should be free from the price, and whenever the price cut from the upper to downside like here and here, this is also a exit trade signal. Okay, from the bullish zone. Whenever this kind of things happen, that means trend is not going to be strong anymore. Okay, means 26 period means author of Ichimoku Hosada ji is trying to say the consolidation should be within the 26 day, and after 26 day price should be go again higher high. If it is not going higher high, means there is some distribution type of things and price is actually trend is going to be weaker. Okay, the downside we are not getting any signal. Let's see some chart Maruti. I hope in Maruti we can see. So in Maruti, so here you can see when price is actually down and structure is also going down. So here is a first price cut. Okay, and you also got it the bullish signal. Means this bullish signal is not even reliable for the short. This bullish signal and this cut is actually basically showing the downside trend is going to be weaker. Okay, if there is no follow through, then it not makes sense to go short anymore. Even you can that time at this place you can find out the bullish Kumo twist. Okay, so whenever the breakout is happen on the cloud, means price come on the bullish trajectory, this is the zone where we have to see the bullish signals. Okay, then it will be come back, it will retest, and this is the all the line, all the TK crossover, TK cloud is actually work as a support and resistance. So when it will take a retest, means dip, as an entry I said breakout, dip, or mean reversion. So when you see the dip and you see the again the bullish signal at this candle, you have to go bullish again. Okay, and again this candle will be again, now it will be work as a support again. Okay, so now again price go in sideways for some time, and again there is a breakdown happen. Price structure is very sideways, but this is the what is happening. Again it will become in bullish trajectory, again dip is happen, and again it is a stay bullish. Okay, now again it will be breakdown. So this is what we have to understand from the chart. Okay, now the topic is disequilibrium case. Okay, so this is most important thing. Disequilibrium, what is means of disequilibrium? So here you can see at some point, at some point when price is very far from the its standard line. Okay, when price is very far from the standard line, even in the cloud, the distance is from the cloud to price is very high. Okay, and this shown when you trying to enter, then what happen when you trying to entering here and there is a no clear there is a distance between the price and this support is very far, means your risk is very far. Okay, risk is high and your reward is not clear how much trend can go up. Okay, but when you entering here, you can see the red and blue line is here, one is short term support is here. When you are entering here, you know the support is here. So this point my risk is small, but this point my risk is very high. Okay, same thing you know in moving average as well, the concept. When price is moving high and moving average is very far from the fair price and actual price trading. So when you're trying to enter at higher cost, okay, or in a FOMO of missing out, you are entering at very high cost. And when price actually correct, that time your risk reward is very poor, and you will be lose very big. This thing you should not do and you should avoid. Okay, until your price is not in balance mode. Okay, and your risk is known and risk is small, till this is not good time to enter in the price. So if prices go higher and you miss the opportunity, leave it. Okay, or wait for the next opportunity when you get price at good level. Okay, so this is the equilibrium phase. So whenever you see, so okay, I have to apply. So I have applied Ichimoku and gold, suppose lower time frame, 15 second, 15 minute. So here you can see now price come here, suppose trend is down. Now price come here and this is the red line. Now if you are going to short here, it not makes sense here, because when price reject, your risk is very big, means from 600 to 300 points is risk. So why taking entry here? This is the good time of entry when your risk is known and risk is small, this point. But here what is happening is this is a very far, very disequilibrium from the point of the balance. Okay, so it not makes sense to phrase trade, try to just, this signal is good for the exit. Okay, next is support resistance. So all the four component, T line, K line, and span A and span B, all the four lines is actually work as a support resistance. Okay. So whenever price reject, it will be actually, this is the fib level of 50% retracement. So all the 4 points is actually work as a support when it is a bullish zone. And when price is in bearish zone, these all four is act as a resistance zone. Okay. Next is a convergence divergence. There is a so many more detail in about the Ichimoku. Okay, when you start trading, you can understand there is a. This is the good enough. Okay, what is the convergent divergent means? When you find the big zone and small zone, means this red and blue zone, this is very big. Okay, again the zone is here. You can see the small zone. So means brush. So when you find very big zone and small zone, so means convergence and divergence, there is a big difference and there is a small difference. So means moving average in each other, what they are trying to do, they go expand, they go and again go up nearby. Okay, so same like disequilibrium, that both blue and red line keep going far and keep going nearby. So whenever this convergence and divergence happen, so whenever this divergence happen and risk is small, that is the best time to trade. Okay, so this is the few signals you can see. Okay, now the last point what I want to say, we have to do the multi time frame analysis. Okay, the same thing, the trade signal, whenever you combine everything now, so whenever you see the everything is in sync, Kumo is Kumo twist is bullish. Price is in bullish territory. You are getting the bullish sign. Lagging span is above the price. That means that kind of setup is the best setup. That time you can take a bullish signal, bullish trade. Okay. And if something, some signal is missing, like cloud, if we are within the cloud and getting rest of signal, that is the average signal. And when you are getting below the cloud, that is a poor signal. Okay, and vice versa for bearish things. Okay, and last is this is applicable for all the kind of market. Okay, only time frame will be should be different. When you are trading 24-hour market, so 1 hour, 4 hour and 30 minute is good. Okay, so 1 hour or weekly for the analysis, and for entry 4 hour or 30 minute is for entry. When you are talking about single session like 6 hour our equity market, then 1 day weekly analysis is good. Entry should be on the hourly or 15 minutes. So let's see on the Nifty chart now. Now on the daily time frame, I understand the what is the context is running. Okay, now I understand the context is not very good. It is in bullish zone, but right now it is in sideways zone, and it now currently it is a bearish zone. Okay, but when we see on the lower time frame, after 18th October, suppose on 15 time frame, it will be continuously trading on the lower time frame. uh, on the 29th October, continuously it is running on the lower time frame. So we are not getting any breakouts type of signal or dip type of signal. We only getting the mean reversion kind of long in this kind of system. Okay, the objective is we have to sync with the big time frame trader. Means what is big time frame trader is doing, that is the most important thing. Now on this day you can see daily chart is trading below the cloud, like this. Kumo is already bearish. Okay, the TK crossover is already running bearish, but it is not very strong signal. But now price is also breaking the Kumo cloud. Okay, so two signal you can find out. Kumo twist is bearish, cloud is breaking, price is breaking the cloud downside. Okay, lagging span is free from the price, but this price free is actually still in the bearish zone, bullish zone. Okay, so some means you can say there is some you have to be careful about the short covering type of things, because signal, all signal is not aligned right now. So on the lower time frame, when you take a see the entry, price is now same thing, trend is bearish, price is free from the price lag. Okay, here TK crossover is negative and it is a bearish sign. So on lower time frame, there is a bearish signal. So at this point you can go, even you go with the breakout, ORB breakout, short, or when you miss the breakout, then when it come back to near to, you can see the uh, turning line, or you plot VAP, indicator VAP. So near to VAP, it is plotting or not. Okay. Okay, this is the not a future chart, so volume is not there, so VAP cannot be. So I am going with the future chart. Okay, now you are getting the volume profile. I don't want in standard deviation, or means band, simple VAP. So this is the blue line. So whenever price reject and take a dip, means retrace in opposite direction, it will be take a upside. So whenever price go up and your risk is small, that time is the best to take a again short entry. Okay, so this is how we actually analyze big time frame and lower time frame. Again we analyze and we try to see which kind of entry where our risk reward will be remain good. Okay, because most of the time, you know, the risk reward is the key element or edge for the trend following system. It is not like you are winning 80% of chances, it is not enough. So this is overall. Okay, I am stopping the recording now. We will discuss about Q&A from here.